Hello, and welcome back to today's episode of the Breadwinner Podcast. This is the show where we talk all things sourdough microbakery business. I own my own in-home sourdough microbakery, and I am super passionate about building a business that supports your life and does not dictate your life. That might mean looking like taking a step back when you're worn out, or knowing how to scale up strategically so that your systems can keep up with your output. Today's episode, we're going to be talking about the techie side a little bit and talking about SEO, which is an acronym that stands for Search Engine Optimization. This is something that's really easy to overlook, and for a lot of us who start a business without really meaning to start a business, we maybe let the website search engine side of it take a back burner. Very natural. I've done the same thing. So in this episode, we're kind of going to learn together. I have done some of this, but I am going to share the research that I have done, what I've implemented, what I haven't, but what we all can work on together. I've done some digging to create sort of a simple step-by-step guide to help make your business easier to find online for people who are searching in your area for sourdough bread, to make it more likely that you're going to pop up in their search results. So we'll go ahead and just start with the basics. What is SEO? Why should you care? What does it stand for? So SEO stands for Search Engine Optimization. It just means making small tweaks that help your business show up when people search online, especially on Google. So you might not have a real big focus on online business. You just are looking to find people in your local town. You want to bake for them. You don't really care about coming up in Google searches per se. You don't have an online side where you're shipping product or promoting blog posts or things like that. And so does SEO even matter? The answer is yes, it does. Local SEO is very important. For us as microbakers, people are going to be searching terms like where to find sourdough bread in my area. They're going to find the grocery store if you don't put in the time to make sure that you do come up in those results. The goal here is for someone who's searching terms like sourdough near me or fresh bread in your town or Saturday bread pickup in your zip code, that you're going to pop up. If your name or your website or even your social media or your hot plate or your Simply Bread app are not showing up, then you're missing out on potential customers who are actively looking for what you sell. You don't have to spend a ton of time optimizing SEO, but putting in a little bit of work so that you are more likely to rank in a Google search result is important. So we're going to take it step by step and make it really simple. Step one is just to claim your Google business profile. This is the number one most important SEO tool. This is the number one most important SEO step for your local business. It's free. You don't need a storefront to use it. What you do is you just go to google.com/business and then you set up your profile. So this includes your business name, your city, your phone number, hours if you have them, your website. This could just be your Simply Bread app link or your hot plate link, or your social media link. Add some pretty photos of your bread. Side note, take your photos in a naturally lit space. Turn off the overhead lights, hold it by a window, or even step out on the porch. Use an uncluttered background, but don't overthink it. Just let your bread shine. So add photos of your bread, maybe of your pickup table, of your own face. And then once you've got that set up, you can ask a few happy customers to leave reviews. Even 2 or 3 reviews makes a huge difference. Helps establish trust, gives you credibility where people are landing and saying, oh, this is actually a real functioning business and I can trust that I can do business with them. Now, one important note here, if you're a home-based baker, you might be thinking, I do not want to put my home address on the internet. I hear you. I double-checked and made sure that you do not have to show your address publicly. When you set up your profile, Google is going to give you the option to register as a service area business. This means that you still show up in local searches and on the map, but you do not have to display your home address. So you can just tell Google which area you serve in. So the town that I'm in is Bulverde. The greater area is Bulverde Spring Branch. The greater city is North San Antonio. Depending on how broad of an area I want to be found in, I can tell Google my service area. I like to keep hyperlocal. I would just say Bulverde, maybe Bulverde Spring Branch. So when you're setting it up, you'll choose your service area. And then when you're prompted, just select that you deliver goods or services directly to customers. And then choose hide my address. It's not a store. It's going to say that. So you can show up in your Google search results without revealing your home location. And then just explain in your little bio that you take pre-orders, your menu opens on Sunday, or whatever your schedule looks like, or you sell at XYZ Market on Saturdays, or whatever your schedule is. You can put that information in there, make it clear so that when people do land on that Google search result, they know how to get in touch with you. They have a clear next step in order to place an order or find you at a market. In your business description, it's a good idea to use phrases like sourdough bakery in your area or handmade bread in your neighborhood. This helps Google understand who to show your business to. So the more you can use local areas, neighborhoods, towns, whether that's your county, your zip code, your town, your neighborhood, help Google understand specifically who to show your business to. After you have claimed your business and set up your business profile on Google, the next step is to use local keywords on your social and your website. So even if you don't have a full website, which I really don't think that you necessarily need one, you can optimize something like your Linktree. If you are not familiar with Linktree, it's a free service where you can just have a one-stop shop, just one page where you can put all your links. You can put your hot plate link if you teach workshops, if you have links to an Amazon affiliate, you want people to be able to, you have maybe a page where you explain how to take care of their bread. Your Linktree is the one-stop shop. It's that link in bio with all the other links. So you can optimize that. You can optimize even your Instagram bio with some smart keywords that help you show up. And what I mean by keywords is just the actual words that your customers would type into Google. So think about words like sourdough in Nashville, or bread pickup in Charlotte, or microbakery near me, or Saturday bread shop in Tulsa. You could throw in the word organic. I don't personally use organic sourdough because there is some nuance in using the term organic when we're labeling our product. But in my information, I do always say made with organic flour. You could use that word or kind of make your own decision on how you want to communicate if organic is part of your messaging. Bottom line, think about what your customers are going to be searching for, and then use those terms to help describe your business so that you will show up. So use those phrases on your homepage or your bio. If you have a website, use those phrases on the heading or on the header. If you have a bio, a little bio in your bio on Instagram, use those key phrases. If you have an about section on your website, on your menu or ordering page, on your hot plate or your Simply Bread app, or whichever platform you're using, if you have a about me or a page where you can include some information, use those keywords. Image file names are another good one. If you're uploading photos to a site, rename the image with some keyword. I'm going to touch on that a little bit more in a second. But here's how this might sound applied on a website. So my website could say, "Welcome to Bluebird Bread Co." Or it could say, "Bluebird Bread Co. is a microbakery in Bulverde, Texas, offering handmade sourdough bread baked with organic flour. You can find us at the market every second and fourth Saturday." It's a simple shift, but it's packing in a lot of that information that people are going to be looking for and making it easier for Google to understand what you're all about and who to show your results to. Now back to photos. If you're uploading images to a website or a blog, it's really powerful to rename the image with keywords before you upload. So instead of the default like img4567.jpg, rename it to sourdough loaf Bluebird Bread Co. Bulverde.jpg. So describe what it is: sourdough loaf, sourdough bread, your business name, and your location. Google can't actually see the photo. It reads the file name. So you can help it out by describing what's in the photo by renaming the file. Step 4, after you've claimed your website on Google, used your local keywords in your website or social links, you've renamed your photos. Step 4 is to write a Find Us section somewhere. Even if you don't have a storefront, you can still help people know where you serve. So add a short paragraph on your homepage or on your contact page or even on your ordering form that says something like, we offer weekly sourdough pickups in Nashville and the greater Nashville and Henderson. We offer weekly sourdough pickups in the Littleton and Morrison area of Colorado, located just off of C470. We serve families and food lovers across the Front Range. Something like that. This is going to reinforce local relevance in Google's eyes. It's going to help you show up in those search terms that people are looking for and get you in front of your ideal local audience. Step 5 is to use location hashtags on social media. This one's really easy, and the efficacy, different people say different things, but it doesn't hurt to use them. I like to use hyperlocal hashtags when I do use hashtags, and that would look like hashtag Bulverde, Texas, or hashtag Morrison, Colorado, or hashtag Red Rocks, hashtag San Antonio Bakery, hashtag Hill Country Bread, something very local that is going to bring you in front of a local audience. Another thing I like to do when I'm posting on Instagram is use the location tagging feature so that when that photo shows up on my feed, it is also going to say where I am. So Bulverde, Texas. I don't go as deep as my exact neighborhood, but I like to tag my town. So even if you're not ranking high on Google yet, you'll increase your chances of being found somewhere if you're using hashtags or location tagging on Instagram or Facebook. Step 6 is to remember that done is better than perfect. I need to remind myself of this, and I'm reminding you that you do not have to be an SEO expert. You do not need to do all the things all at once. Small steps in the right direction are going to make a difference, and then just add on one thing at a time. So maybe you don't have a website. That's totally okay. I didn't add a website for several months. Maybe you just have a Facebook. Start making sure that you get in front of a local audience by using location tagging. Claim your business profile and use some strong keywords so that you can show up in search results, and make sure that when you do, it's clear how to find you, where you sell, and how to order. We want to be able to be found by those people who are hungry for real sourdough, living 5 miles away, so that it is easy to be found and they don't have to go to the grocery store. So to recap, these are your 5 easy SEO wins. Number 1, claim your Google business profile and ask for reviews. Number 2, use local keywords on your website, your bio, your order form. Number 3, rename your photo files before uploading, especially if you're adding them to a website. Number 4, add a Find Us paragraph with your service area, even if this is just in your About Me or FAQ section on your Hot Plate or your Simply Bread app. And then number 5, use local hashtags on social media posts. I'm going to throw one more in here off the cuff on the social media side and say, if you haven't already, make sure that you have created an About Me post. This is an introduction. It really should include your face, a little bit about who you are, who you serve, where to find you, how to order, and pin that post to the top. So it's the first post that people see, and it tells them everything they need to know about who you are, why you do what you do, and how to find you. That's not necessarily SEO optimization, but it is optimizing for those people who do find you and land on your social account to easily see who you are and who you serve. Oftentimes, I find a sourdough baker and there's no location at all, and I have no idea if they're in my state or if they're across the country. So it's really important to show who you are, include your face, your name, and where you serve your customers. If this was super helpful, send it to another baker. And if you loved this, if this gave you something practical that you can go and implement right away, and you know another baker who could also benefit, send this episode over to them so that they can learn and grow their business as well. On Monday, I will be sending an email newsletter, and it's going to have an SEO bio template link. If you want to optimize your Instagram bio Sign up below to get my weekly email newsletters. And this coming email on Monday is going to have a little template to easily optimize your Instagram or Facebook bio to show up and communicate who you are, what you do, and where you do it. As always, I am so glad that you're here. Honored that you took some time out of your day to listen and learn with me. As always, I want to remind you that your bakery matters, no matter what size it is, no matter if you are a little bit worn out in the summer. I hear you. I see you. I'm cheering you on. You don't have to be everywhere. You don't have to do everything. Just take small steps in the right direction and they will add up. I'm really proud of you. I'm so glad we got to spend some time together today. I'll be back soon next Thursday with another episode. But until then, happy baking.